Just hold on a minute. Okay, I want to get this on film.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi.
Margaret, I don't think we've met.
No, I'm okay. I'm filming. I have a right to film here. It's a public spot.
What is your legal basis for thinking that you have a right to film an event?
To create a permanent record of this event.
What's the legal basis for that?
I asked you to give the attorney a call. You want a legal basis? Funny you should ask. There you be.
It's none of your business who I am.
Oh, I just wanted to say good morning.
Well, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, that's all.
Good morning to you.
I'm not going to be persuaded to turn tail like last year and run. So if you want to detain me, you want to arrest me, then call the police department.
Public meeting, you can be there.
I'm asking you to
We're
call the
asking
police
you
department.
not to record.
Call the St. Cloud PD and ask them to come in.
You know, I'm sorry, but this is not,
Really? It's not, you asked.
it's easy to read.
Yes, it is. I did that intentionally.
We're not arguing about whether we are a public institution, and we're not arguing about whether this is a public forum. They advertised it as a public forum.
Yeah.
What we're asking you to do is respect the organizers' request.
The organizers gave up their right to privacy when they made this a public event, and the university, putting one of your departments on the panel, you gave up the right to suggest that this is not a quasi-governmental sponsored agency.
We've covered this a number of times. This is a public event. It is open to the public. It is open to
Are you listening to what I'm saying to you?
You're saying over
I
and
have a
over
First
that
Amendment right to be here and to record this.
And
Make
I
a
just
permanent,
said-
make a permanent record by way of, because
He's trying to get him on
memory,
mic, so I can't.
memory is fleeting. I want to make a permanent recording of this presentation. And you never asked her the question as to, why do you suppose they don't want these things filmed?
you do not have a right to disrupt an event on this campus.
I'm not disrupting an event.
You are
I am
getting
not.
pretty close to that.
No, I'm not. I am not. I'm here
You are invited
peacefully.
to attend. You are not
I
allowed to
told you
record.
that the solution.
We've talked about this for 2 days.
Yes, we have, and you taking it into a circular argument constantly. And for a qualified lawyer, that's astonishing. I have the right to record this and make a
On the
permanent,
basis
a
of,
permanent record.
on the basis that the university doesn't have a policy that says you cannot record.
If your
that's
policy,
your
if your
argument?
policy is in
That's
opposition
your
to.
legal argument?
If your policy is in opposition to the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, the answer is yes. You don't have the right to do that. If this was put on in a local mosque, as I said to you yesterday, or local church, private property, no problem. This is not private property.
Have we not covered that a couple of times?
You have.
Public university, public event, there are members of the university that are involved in sponsoring.
Yes, that's the
Public.
problem.
It's all public. That does
Members of
not
the, a
mean
department of the university is a co-sponsor. That is a problem.
advertised as open to the public. It is open to the public.
I'm the public.
Recording is a different matter.
No, it is not. Making a permanent record
Okay,
is not a
where's
problem.
your legal authority for that? Did
Just
you
keep,
cover that in
keep
here?
reading. Do me a
What
favor.
you-
Yeah, excuse me, do me a favor. I'm asking you to call the St. Cloud Police Department and ask them for a command officer to come here immediately, please. Sure. That's a request. Thank you. Who are you? Okay. Have you been listening to all of this?
Most of it, I was talking to Jeff a little bit as well.
Okay, okay. My argument, as was true last year, and I got sand blasted for it last year, was showing up for this horrible presentation put on by Mr. Hussein and Council on American Islamic Relations. They said no recording, no filming.
Sure.
I complied. Reason? I wasn't prepared. This year, I'm prepared.
Okay.
My First Amendment right, and as a member of the press, gives me the ability to make a permanent recording of this event, flat out. If that isn't true, cite the legal authority, please, either you or them, that prevents me from doing that.
And you know as well as I do.
And this is a public
Absolutely.
event, public property,
Yep.
publicly advertised event.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm listening to everything you're saying. Is it Bob?
Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from the police department standpoint, here's where we stand. based on the Constitution. This is their rules, not the law. I'm simply here to make sure that everybody is peaceful, so
But-
that this doesn't have anything to do with me. I can't force or not force people to follow their rules.
I'm anything but, I'm all about peaceful.
Yep. That's
However,
all- and that's
but
all
I
I'm here
have
for.
not received an answer from these people, although for 2 days I've been in search of one.
And I can't force them to give an answer or not to give
They
an answer.
can't
so-
exclude, and as I suggested earlier, if they exclude me from filming this presentation and audio recording the presentation, then they have to go into that room immediately and confiscate every cell phone, every iPad, that all these people
And
have.
please know, I'm not here to enforce their rules, right? I'm simply here to make sure that we keep the peace as much, and I appreciate that you are being peaceful, and we're having a good dialogue.
Absolutely.
We're not here to be confrontational, and
No,
all I can
not at
tell
all.
that. So all we're here to do from the police department's perspective is just make sure that the peace is kept.
No
As far
problem.
as rules and things like that, that's dialogue for you guys to have with them. It looks like they're trying to figure out some different ways to be able to do that, but we don't force those types of issues.
So if I go in that room and set up my camera,
I will not have anything to do with it.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you a question. So, I see this all the time, where the cops say you can't be filming, but they say, the person filming says, I'm standing on public property.
Okay?
Public property, from my understanding, with the law, the First Amendment right, is we can record video and audio while standing on public property.
This is
I-
public property.
I don't know what you're referring to. As far as my experience with the St. Cloud Police Department, very seldom we teach our officers that if people want to record you, they're allowed to do so, as what's happening right now. Right. No problem with that.
Exactly.
I understand that.
Exactly.
That happens.
And the same principle applies here.
Yep.
Because this is public property, a public venue,
Yep.
publicly advertised.
Yep.
And there was,
Public
and
institution.
in the advertisement, there was no restriction that said you could not film or record the
Yeah.
presentation.
And from a police department standpoint, we're not here to enforce their rules.
Okay, so if we walked in there now and set.
From a police department standpoint, that has nothing to do with it.
Thank you. I'll be sending it.
One other quick issue.
Yes, sir.
As you folks know, this is a public university. You're a taxpayer, you're a shareholder. You're a shareholder, you're a shareholder, you are owners. You're part owners of this institution. That's another level that allows you to go in there and film.
Isn't that true of all Minnesota
Yes,
State
yes.
universities at this point?
Well, it's actually enhanced by the fact that one of the panel members and co-sponsors is a department connected to this university.
Absolutely.
So that makes it a government, quasi-government presentation. It's flat out.
Absolutely.
They have no right to do that. Now, listen, I appreciate your,
No worries. And Bob, here's my
Oh,
contact
thank
information, so you have it, of course.
It was Sergeant.
I don't,
Hessian.
you're a good guy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
By the way, one thing, just for the record, I talked to Mayor Price for half an hour yesterday about these specific issues. He said very plainly, he said, public university, they have a right to film. I said, I believe in the Constitution to the letter. You have the right. And he said, you don't have the right to disrupt or heckle or throw
course
stuff and
not.
all that kind of
We're
stuff.
just And my intention is not to even ask you questions. It's irrelevant. Just film
He
it.
made it plain, and I asked, I said, at what level are you gonna involve the police? Are you gonna have Mr. Carrillo arrested for filming?
Well, and I followed Ms. Semino's direction yesterday and the day before. I contacted their legal counsel, no response. I contacted them again, no response. So by their lack of response, I consider that to be assent, flat out. And so that's my position today, and if they plan on.
One other issue is, Judith is not admitted to the Minnesota bar. Is she practicing law?
Without a license,
I mean,
Yeah, she referred, what was the gentleman's name that she referred to yesterday?
Mark. I'm gonna talk to the president when she's off the phone, so.
Yeah,
You know,
she referred Scott
Goings,
Goings,
yeah.
Minnesota State
He's at the
College and
central office
University.
down there.
Judas.
That's Judith, right?
And you're gonna talk to President?
I haven't met her.
Who's this guy here?
I think he's campus security, I think. Yeah.
All right, Bob, you need some help?
yeah, maybe. Can I put this back together?